back to the start. We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart.
Spectator.
Okay, that's great.
Well, now I'm just mad.
You will last the day in the void.
Probably a lot of target bans coming out for probably the better players on
My
each squad.
genius will be
You know how this
understood
goes. Whoever the better player
eventually.
is, they usually get targeted a lot, from my experience.
Wait a second, ignorant. You deafened yourself, didn't you? all right. Let's redo the intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the match between GGesports and CoryInTheHouse, the third and the sixth place team, respectively. Going to have a match on our hands, best out of 3, and this will decide the next semifinals matchup. It's going to be interesting. I am your play-by-play caster, Drax here, and with me tonight is the color commentator, Clayton. How you doing,
Hey,
Clayton?
Pretty good. Second time intro, by the way. These bans are very interesting, but it's been a good day. I think there's a lot of target bans coming out. A few meta bans.
Absolutely. Which bands do you think are more of a meta versus obviously the target bands?
I would say pretty much everything but the Darius is meta. Darius is a target ban. Kaisa's very strong, high win rate. Zac, very gank potential. Jin, super meta. Orianna, another target ban. That is pretty far out champion right now. Do not see a lot of
Absolutely.
room.
First round of picks now coming through with the bands having been completed. Thresh locked in for GG Esports. What do you think about Thresh right now?
Thresh is in a pretty decent spot. The melee supports, however, got a nerf last patch with Relic Shield, gold generation going from 210 to 110. So it's half. I think there's better supports, but again, I value comfort over meta in any day, any situation.
Absolutely. And talking about supports, Morgana now locked in for Aether. How does Morgana do against Thresh?
The spell shield is it's pretty annoying in lane. I think he's gonna have to play he's gonna have to wait for the spell shield, try to bait it out, and then go on the opposite target.
All right, Morgana, Caitlyn locked in for the Aether
Very
Esports
strong
bot
lane.
lane.
Very strong lane, that is.
Yeah, somehow, miraculously, in our game, didn't actually seem that strong.
With our experience, yes, and solo queue, not
Olaf,
quite the same.
now locked in as the jungler for GG Esports with the mid lane pick or bot lane or top lane pick to follow. What do you think about Olaf jungle versus Morgana Caitlyn?
Well, I actually play a lot of Olaf. It is my most played champion this season, and Olaf is a very good champion into Kate and Morgana because Morg and Kate cannot stop this Olaf, and all they do is stop people and zone them, and Olaf does not give a shit. He goes in and he kills everybody.
That's a dollar fine right there. I'll be sending you the Riot PayPal for the broadcasting.
Sounds good.
You got fine, bro. All right, Trundle locked in for Aether Esports. Not yet sure whether it's a top or jungle pick, but that remains to be seen. Let's talk a little bit though about the Aurelia Xeno Azir pick in the mid lane. What do you think about that?
The Trundle counter pick to Olaf. What an amazing pick. Trundle is by far the best counter to Olaf right now. By far.
Well, we don't know whether it's top or jungle yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But as I was saying, what do you think about Azir?
The Azir, I'll be impressed if he plays this well. Azir is probably one of the hardest mids, if not one of the hardest champions in the game. I'll be ready to see some Shurima shuffles and dashes.
Alright.
Mid
Yep,
lane,
definitely gonna look for Xeno's mechanical outplays. Yeah, you mentioned this Yasuo ban, which is kind of strange, considering the mid lane was already locked in, but that's probably targeting Aquatic Dark in that top lane.
Gotta be. Or
Same
another
amount
top
of
lane ban,
bans. Yep.
probably. Yep.
Definitely looking at that Aquatic Dark target ban. But now the second round of picks going to come through. A few picks have already been locked in, and with the bans currently at the state, what kind of picks are we looking for the second phase? Are there any meta picks that should really be looked at?
Well, for mid lane, they need to make sure that they can't let Azir roam properly. I think they need to either match his roam with Talia or TF. Talia actually banned. But if Azir starts to get roams off and have a higher presence, he'll outscale and take over the game. So they need to get someone in mid that can match this Azir properly. I think a Corki would actually probably be one of the better picks if he knows how to play it.
Well, Cassiopeia locked in that mid lane for Gawain. How does Cassiopeia do against Azir?
Well, Cass can definitely match some damage early on. She has phase rush. He can run around quite a lot and do a lot of damage to Azir and shove him out of lane. Cass struggles with roam, so this will be interesting if she doesn't get shoved out by Azir toward the mid game. Or not mid game, just 10-minute mark. We'll see. Teemo being hovered.
Poppy locked in. It looks like that is the pick for Aquatic Dark. Poppy. Now, Sushi will reveal whether that is a Trundle jungle or a Trundle top. 15 seconds on the clock. While we're waiting here, let's talk about the bot lanes who have been completed. Caitlyn Morg against Tristana Thresh. How does that go?
I think Kate and Morgana definitely have priority here. It'll be interesting to see if junglers start topside, because if they do, Morgan and Kate can get the level 2 very quickly and completely dominate this lane.
Definitely going to take a look at the jungle pathing in that regard. Now the top lane for Dwayne locks in Gangplank, so that is a Trundle jungle, and both compositions have been completed for game 1 of this best of 3, the match of the night. How do these compositions look against each other? What's your prediction for the win of game 1?
Purely based on comp, I have no idea who these players are. It'll be very interesting to see how they play. But CoryInTheHouse definitely has the better comp. They scale very, very, very well with GP and Cass. Trundle countering Olaf, and Poppy's another big tank. Thirst has Aftershock. He can ult him too. Very good ult targets for him. Spell Shield for the hook. I think every lane wins, but maybe mid. GP can free farm. If he runs Grasp, he can proc it a lot against Poppy because she's a tank. He can run Klepto too. It'll be interesting what he chooses.
Absolutely.
But I think 4 out of 5 win here. The only one maybe being mid. I think they have to play around mid, maybe try to shut down Cass and let Azir control the game. That's how they win this one.
So you mentioned that you're a jungle main.
Mm-hmm.
Both Trundle and Olaf, pretty tanky, pretty run down your opponent. As the game goes on, what are we looking for in terms of early routes or maybe some mid-game skirmish focuses? What are we looking at?
Well, Trundle has one of the fastest clears in the game right now, if not the fastest, actually. I've tested it, and it is probably one of the fastest clears. I think if Trundle can quick gank top, maybe, or go mid, or just look for something, or even invade the Olaf, because Trundle wins at all points of the game versus Olaf. Level 1 to level 18, no matter what items, Trundle will win. So he has to put the pressure on this Olaf very early, or he will lose some of his early game presence. It'll be interesting to see if Olaf full clears, because if he full clears, then Trundle could definitely invade.
So we'll definitely be taking a look at Law's pathing, see if he has that taken into account for the invade or not. Now, you mentioned Azir versus Cassio, and you were talking about how Azir can roam and take over the game. How would he execute that exactly against Cassio?
Well, if bot lane pushes up, because it's Kate Morg, they're probably going to. They can definitely look for plays with Poppy TP, and she's in a safe-ish lane where she can give up some CS. It's not a huge deal. She's a tank. It's okay. And it's GP. He's a safe champion as well, but they have to do it at a correct time when GP ult is down, maybe, because GP ult can turn down the fight in bot. And if bot lane is pushed, Morgan, Kate, they can definitely roam and kill them and punish them very easily and quickly, because Morg only has 1 spell shield. You can easily kill the other target, no problem.
All right, so we'll be taking a look at the bot lane, see how the global teleports and ultimates can be used to turn skirmishes But now let's take a look at the final lane we have not discussed as we are 40 seconds out from jumping into loading screen. Poppy versus Gangplank. How does this go?
Well, Gangplank is a safe pick and Poppy is a tank. GP gets a lot of parlay procs, and again, whether he's running Klepto or Grasp of the Undying are the only two really keystones that you run. GP doesn't really get harassed too much. Poppy can't do a whole ton. It's just kind of a safe lane. There isn't much going on. Kind of waiting to roam, make a play with ult, scale. Poppy's looking for team fights. GP's looking for team fights. They're just looking to scale.
Now, one of the most common events, of course, in the early game is the 2v2 in the top lane. Gangplank Trundle versus Poppy Olaf. How do you think that can play out?
Well, again, just purely based on the Olaf versus Trundle. Trundle's just going to dominate that and carry that 2v2, honestly. However, Poppy could get a good wall stun and maybe lock down one of them. GP has oranges, so we'll see.
Definitely going to be taking a look to see if that 2v2 plays out in the way you mentioned. But without further ado, as we jump into game one of the match, into loading screen here, taking a look at the keystones. Of course, we get to go over the BSG keystone phase. Are there anything here that is out of place? Let's take a look.
Well, for me, it is loading currently.
Buy a better computer, Clayton. Upgrade your
There
internet.
we go.
There you go.
So, press the attack Trundle, Predator Olaf. I immediately look at those. I play those champions. Those are correct. Klepto on the Gangplank. He will be looking for that late game like I was talking about. Press the attack Caitlyn. Now, that is some greed if I've ever seen it, because she has no sustain in that lane, no heal support. They are looking to kill them very, very early and all in with press the attack. That is interesting. Mid lane having the phase rush. That's correct. Everything looks pretty normal to me. That press the attack though, that is aggression for sure.
All right, let's get into game one as both teams load onto Summoner's Rift. Going to be a fun game, no doubt, as the teams break into their opening positions. Should either team look for an invade here, or is this going to be pretty standard 5-point spread?
I think they should 5-point spread. Maybe Olaf has a decent invade level 1, you know, with axe spams, and Morgana probably already ranked up Q. Thresh could maybe get a decent hook. We'll see. As we're looking at the players, they appear to have ranked up all of their abilities already. Kate has not, actually. Good. She could start Q or traps. Morg does have the Q. This will be interesting. They are looking.
Looks like the early game aggression going to be spotted out by Big Flabby Daddy on the Olaf, and a deep ward placed on the red buff, but the action will end there. It looks like now the junglers are going to be starting at their chosen spots.
Yep. Oh.
Maybe a little bit of rotation by the red team. All right, make sure that you're on the same timestamp. It seems like you're a couple seconds behind me here.
I am. There's something wrong.
Try speeding it up. Yeah, it should be good. If you speed it up. Alright, that's good. Alright, junglers have started at their bot side buffs with the bot lanes leashing. We'll keep a close eye on them as this game progresses, see what their clearing paths look like. Trundle now being trailed behind a little bit behind the Olaf as Olaf begins the Raptor clear. We'll see if that makes a difference. A little bit of action going on in terms of trading, but not too much. Second camps are just about to be completed by the by the junglers. Maybe one camp away, but now Gawain in the mid lane with the Twin Fang, and the Noxious Blast gonna take a really Xeno down to 25% HP, and the Nullifying Orb going to be procced from the Runes and Masteries. Level 2 all-in executed perfectly, but now Cassiopeia is out of mana, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Down the bot lane, level 2 has been hit, but I think the action ends there. Clayton, you back with me?
I'm trying to come back right now. I think I'm just a few seconds behind still.
We'll try our best to get you back into current time. I'll cover you until then, my friend. The top lane looks like pretty standard trading patterns going on. Kleptomancy GP will be farming that Poppy with his Parley, but now in the jungle, Law engaging with the Olaf, proccing the press the attack, but deciding not to follow forward for whatever reason. Pillar was available, going to really lose out on potential there. Maybe burn a flash, maybe get a kill. Bit of a misstep from Law, not having the confidence to actually go for that play with his lanes being as good as they are in this early matchup. Bot lane going pretty standard here with the CoryInTheHouse bot lane pushing forward. Good passive proc by Poppy to break the barrel, to keep himself in this. Now the pillar in the mid lane, forcing a really Xeno to dash away to safety, burning quite a bit of mana as well, but still no casualties as of yet. And the action dies down as the junglers go back. Now the hook failing to land on Doublet, and the ace in the hole, not ace in the hole, Piltover Snap Trap going to land along with the Dark Binding onto the Thresh. Building name's a little bit confused there. Not quite level 6 yet, Caitlyn. Clayton, you here yet?
It is only just 20 seconds behind. So
Heroic charge. 20 seconds behind.
I do not know what's going on.
What's the timer at the top of your screen?
I'm refreshing again right now.
Alright. Heroic charge going down in the top lane. Gonna force the GP to back away a little bit. Mana has been consumed entirely.
347.
347, yeah, you are 20 seconds behind. In the mid lane, Trundle looking for another gank with the pillar gonna come in. Not gonna force anything except for another dash, but now Xeno's completely out of mana and Gawain has recovered her mana pool on that Cassiopeia. Besides that, the action has died down. Clayton, have you tried just speeding up the thing?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, now the flash forward and the lantern as well. Now Sushi's in trouble. Not even going to be able to flash forward. Or Bludit going to be able to get the heal off to save him. And he's going to go down instantly. A huge play from Buff Stopwatch. Flash and exhaust burn to take down Sushi. First blood goes over to GGesports. Press you should bring up the speed up, or try hitting plus over and over again on your keyboard.
Okay.
Tell me if that works. Oh, the parley not connecting with the barrel with the correct timing. Gonna force a little bit of a weak trading pattern. Oh, missing it once again. Delay with the GP mechanics. Not looking so hot. Parley straight onto the Poppy. Maybe a better solution if you can't hit barrels. In the bot lane, going to be equalizing out. Morgana has returned to lane. And the binding as well. The Yodel Snap Trap, not going to land. 90 Cal Burnett getting him to safety from the Thresh Hook. Mods
Plus
biased.
did not work. This is
It didn't work? This
quite
is not good.
unfortunate.
This is unlucky.
I don't think I've
Wait.
ever had that problem.
Alright. What we might have to do here is I'm going to have to what I'm gonna have to do I think I can fix this. Give me a second, folks. I think I can fix this. Let's see if I can do a little bit of quick technical, the Dark Binding landing, as well as the trap. It's gonna go through the headshot as well. Now Thresh is in trouble. The Piltover Peacemaker gonna go through right before the Summoner heal, and he's taken down with a solo kill. 1-0 in favor of CoryInTheHouse. Going to earn the return kill. Let me see if I can get this to work. So I'm gonna send a... I need to send a friend request. What's your Discord tag, my friend? In the top lane. Harley gonna go through. Pretty standard trading. Not gonna do too much. The Trundle now with the counter gank. This is the 2v2 we've been talking about. Now the Olaf has Ragnarok, has the level advantage onto the Trundle. The ultimate from Poppy going to be taking away really low in the flash forward with the reckless swing as well. But now the tower shot gonna take the 1-for-1 onto Big Flabby Daddy. And that is jungles for top trade. Both flashes burn. Now there's rotations coming in, and the Trundle with the heroic charge gonna be taken low, but manages to flash away. The Miasma gonna be taking that kill away from Allah, and it is a 2-for-1 in favor of CoryInTheHouse. Interesting rotation by Buff Stopwatch there to go to the top lane. Now bot lane will have the push priority. Alright, what I need to do here is I need to go to my Discord. Here it is. And I'm going to send a friend request to this, and I'm going to mute you in this call. Let's see if I can get this tech support running fast enough. I'm going to mute you in this call, and then I'm going to... You need to accept that friend request, and I'm going to call you on there and then share my screen. I think that will work.
Sounds good.
All right, back to the game. Bot tower now taken to 20% HP. That roam from Thresh now going to be punishing his team quite heavily as first tower will be secured by the bot lane of CoryInTheHouse. Now a 1.7k gold lead secured by CoryInTheHouse. Did you get my...
I have
you should have gotten my friend request.
accepted.
But pretty standard stuff. A little bit of mid lane trading with the Azir combo. Gonna go through. Finally, Xeno starting to stabilize. Yes, I found it. Here you go. I'm gonna call you through here. And oh wait, he cannot be in both rooms at once. Oh, this is a problem. Yeah, actually, yeah, I might as well just. We might just a private call and then screen share. I think that's the best way to do this. But now back to the game. A little bit of trading in the top lane. Wow, this is hard to juggle everything. Now Thresh looking for the roam. Will he find the hook? Is the question. No, misses both Law and go in. Will this be the turn? Petrifying Gaze landing onto Tristana. But now the play back. Stop watching trouble. Law looking for the turn. Now having the damage. The ultimate from Azir saving his teammate. And Thresh manages to get away with his life. Is yet to be seen. Now the hook lands on a Cassio. Extending way too far. The Noxious Blast not landing either. Now Sushi's the next one in trouble. The ultimate gonna come through and Big Flabby Daddy forced to back away with no Ragnarok available to him. Going to back away and Cassio goes down as the only casualty. Alright, what I need to do here is I need to call Ignorant. Hear me. And now I need to add no, the 947, 948, 949. We'll just go into a private call and I'll share my screen with you. Don't worry about it. Ignorant, my friend, you need to accept my friend request. Oh no, it worked. And then this will work. A 1.2k gold lead by CoryInTheHouse. And my friend Clayton is here. I'm going to screen share the game. You'll be able to see this from my screen. How's it looking? Looking okay?
There we go. I can see it.
Ocean Dragon going to be contested not at all by GGesports. Clayton, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What's going on?
I can see now.
I'm solo casting it. Clayton, I need a backup.
Can you not hear me? Now?
Oh, he can. Oh, it's just me that. I just can't hear him. That makes no sense. Alright, the cannon barrage comes through, and now Sushi's the next one in trouble. Aquatic Dark, gonna be looking for the aggression. Wait, you can hear Clayton.
Yes, I'm here.
But I can't hear you, Clayton. It's hard to talk with you when you can't hear someone. Now the lane swap has gone through. GP in the bot lane, and Trundle with his team in the top lane. Looks like top tower is the next objective. Olaf in his ear, floundering in the river. Not entirely sure what to do with their positioning.
So you cannot hear me. You cannot hear me. Huh.
But they have finally completed the rotate, and the tower dive goes through as well. The binding into the Yordle snap trap. Gonna take down Aquatic Dark on the Poppy, 1-0, and now the tower is in jeopardy. The wave crashes, but the wave clear is there by the Azir. Now the question is, will the wave be able to match the 2v1 in the bot lane? But it is all CoryInTheHouse's pace right now. Okay, why can I... Clayton... disconnect. Oh, he can hear it. How is that possible? Hello?
Hi. Hi.
Oh my. Ah! This makes no sense. The technical difficulties are astounding. Ah! Indeed, apparently Clayton is heard by everyone but me. This is unlucky on a lot of levels. Now, the game has stabilized a little bit, and I'm going to take this time to make sure, see if I can get this working.
Hello?
Clayton,
Yes.
the green light is lighting up, but I cannot hear you. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I got it. Clayton.
Wait, you can hear me? Hello?
Yes, it works.
Poggers.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Sorry, folks.
We're back into it. 13 minutes into the game. I'm your
Discord
play-by-play
isn't
caster.
less stable than
Rex
UX.
But apparently in this game, I'm just the playcaster. I just cast the play. There's no play-by-play, just everything. Okay, wonderful. We're into it now. The lane swap is still going through. Top towers have not fallen yet. Clayton! Oh, well, but now the heroic charge in the top lane as well. The Dark Binding. The ultimate comes through, bouncing the Morgana away from him. And the Dark Lantern going to come through as well, saving the Poppy. But now there's some more action coming in the bot side river. The Kennebrog going to come through. The Emperor's Divide with the flash. Going to take down DuoE as well as the damage. Now Law and Gawain looking for the return. Flash and heal used already by Azir. Will they manage to find the return kill? No. In the top lane, the action has died down. Already with the Ragnarok in the jungle. Now looking for the gank. But the Petrifying Gaze going to stun out Zeno. And now Olaf is the next one in trouble. Law, ultimate, the subjugate does come through, and Big Flabby Daddy was squishy for a period of time, but now Gawain with the flash forward from Big Flabby Daddy, and the reckless charge gonna take him down. Now Law is the next target. The axe, the undertow, not available to him, and he manages to flash away to safety. Whew. All right.
I need to see. I need to share.
Yeah, it keeps DCing. All right, Clayton.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, then I think we're good now.
I do believe we are good. The game has stabilized. It is 5-4, 21.8k to 22.7k. A lot of action was missed. A lot of action was had. But we're back into it.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Now that Clayton's here, finally,
Man.
we can talk about the state of the game as the action has died down. Finally.
The gold lead is very, very, very close. This is looking like a very close game. First tower did go to CoryInTheHouse, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Zir Archangel's Rush. Now that I have not seen. That is an interesting item. And Poppy has no health in the top lane. He's very, very vulnerable to magic. And gets ulted by Trundle. She can be very, very vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Kate with the garage sale.
Oh, you're talking about it. Gawain now looking for the all-in. The miasma as well. But the Ragnarok is available for the Olaf. Now the subjugate comes through. That's a tanky Trundle. Is it tank enough to survive the 1v4 situation? No, the play comes through and Big Flabby Daddy is going to take down Law. Trundle falls to 4 members of GGesports.
Quite
1
a
for 0 so
misposition
far.
there from CoryInTheHouse. They had their GP bot and they playing way too aggressive with all their members there.
But now the Olaf with the flank. He's in a bit of a pickle himself. Now Gawain looking for the chase. The Black Shield is there. The Ragnarok to get away. The movement speed is not there, but the Blast Code is available. Is he going to hit it while the Ragnarok is on? No, he decides not to.
I was waiting for it. Oh.
Blast Cone away. Gawain with the Petrifying Gaze. Now Olaf is under fire, but the shuffle forward. Now the Dark Binding as well as the Zanya's with the ultimate. Blooded is here to do the damage, but there is no GP, no Trundle, but the damage is there to come through. Blooded with a flash forward. Sushi looking to find more with the Dark Binding. That is a 2 for 0. 2 for 1. Gawain did fall in favor of CoryInTheHouse. Back and forth, 1.4k gold lead finally secured by CoryInTheHouse. Which team does this favor more with this kind of gold lead?
I think Caitlyn scooping up some kills there. That was pretty nice. This is a bot lane oriented kind of meta right now, and for Caitlyn to really start to get that gold, she could finish those 2 items. She's got Zeal and all the IE components. She should have 2 items here soon. That is a very scary Caitlyn.
Teleport comes out from the GP to save his top lane tower. Harley as well, not doing much damage to the full armor Poppy. Rift Herald has been used in the mid lane. Is this a good Rift Herald usage?
Maybe the timer was running out. I think they intended it, however. This is a pretty good rift considering.
Oh, but the turn might come out. Will Bust off land the hook? No, it misses. Zeno with the shuffle. Emperor's Divide is available, but no flash. He cannot make the play that he was looking for. Big Flabby Daddy is on the chase. Will he land the undertow on all 3 members? No, it misses completely. The Dark Binding going to keep him in place there. Ragnarok choosing not to use it to get out of that CC. Now Zeno, will he look for more? Law with the Black Shield gonna block the CC and the damage. And I think the action ends there.
I think he should have Ragnaroked and went for that. If he lands that axe, that fight's over. Ragnarok is
Gone for
moving. He could have been in range.
Maybe a missed opportunity for Big Flabby Daddy on that Olaf. 3-1 and 4, not doing too badly for himself at this stage, and now the mid tower is under siege. In terms of macro, is this the correct play for both teams?
I do not think
But the Dark Binding lands and the engage comes through. Aquatic Dark with heroic charge. The Ragnarok as well.
Yeah.
And Cassio's gonna fall. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he does. No return kill as of yet. Is the ace and hole available? The Cannon Barrage misses completely. But the Dark Binding on the Poppy underneath the tower will mean the 1-for-1. Ace
Great
in the hole
play.
still available, but not gonna find it. So far, going to end with the 1-for-1.
Very, very good pillar into the Morgue snare there. Not sure if everyone caught that, but that was not going to land without that pillar.
Law saving the sushi skill shot on that Morgana, and the second tower now under siege. Members of GGesports need to recall as they are super low on resources. The barrel combo landing on debuff stopwatch, but the wave is gone for now, and I think the action as well. Big Flabby Daddy is on a ward. Will the engage come through? Dark Binding will not land. Blued it now, frontlining for his team like most AD carries do.
Now, CoryInTheHouse will always win the Siege and Anti-Siege, the poke game. They have 2 Ocean Drakes, and they will sustain and take a lot of poke. They have oranges, they have Trundle passive with W. They have a lot of sustain. They can siege for a very long time without being punished if they don't take any poke back themselves. These 2 Ocean Drakes.
Yeah, with that in mind, do you think they should just keep sieging or look for Baron control? What's the next objective for CoryInTheHouse?
I think that a top tower is definitely free gold that is not being taken of use. They need to get that top tower, open up the map completely on all ends of the map. There is 0 towers for blue side here.
Yep. GGesports has the
Pause.
pause comes through. Blue needs pause. Blued it on the side of CoryInTheHouse, requesting a pause. Pretty standard stuff in DuoEsports, like we always say, not DuoEsports if there ain't a pause. So now with the pause, the action has stopped for a while. You mentioned the top tower can be taken. So did they just go up and kind of bang on it? What's the proper method of taking down that turret?
Well, what's really big here is that the Baron is about to come up. They can set up vision along the way and on the way out, clearing wards if they place any. And they can easily take this top tower. There is no risk for this. They are, I think, in the driver's seat with the gold lead because they have towers and they have the Drakes. They are definitely in the driver's seat. GP coming in with a Sterix gauge. I think that itemization is correct. He needs to survive the Poppy and be useful in these team fights, not going for that Infinity Edge or Yomu's like you see as a second item. Caitlyn almost online, getting that second item, third item. She's just going to get scarier and scarier. Morgana has Zanya's up, so she's ready to team fight. Trundle, I think he's going for a Titanic Hydra. I cannot be quite sure yet, but the build's looking pretty good. Itemization's looking pretty good. They have unpaused the game. Let's see if they go top and rotate for this Baron. They can threaten this quite easily if they get the vision control.
Alright, well, vision control, as you mentioned, now the sweeper has been upgraded. Now the hook not going to land onto Law. Could have been a possible engage for the GGesports side, but the Dark Binding does land. Not going to mean much, though, as there is no damage in place for the CoryInTheHouse squad. Now, you mentioned... Yeah.
This is... rotating Tristana to bot lane to match this GP is by far not close to correct.
Dark Binding once again. With the Dark Passage, the Lantern comes through the flash forward, the flank! Now Booty has no flash available! Will he go down? And Morgana trying his best to save him. Trundle coming in from the back. Now Zeno with the shuffle. Gonna do a lot of damage to the Caitlyn. Now Stopwatch gonna land the next hook onto the Morgana, but the Poppy knocks them both away!
Way. Unfortunate. Good pick, though. Good pick on that Kate, shutting her down.
Gawain is here with the roam, though. Gonna take down the Thresh now. Aquatic Guard forced to flash away, but Gawain is here, dealing the damage. There's not a lot of MR on that Poppy. She will go down. So far, actually, a 2-for-1 in favor of CoryInTheHouse. Azir using.
They can threaten this Baron. They have double Ocean with Cassiopeia. She can chomp that Baron into bits. Let's see if they go for it.
Vision control secured by Aether.
They are going to start it.
CoryInTheHouse. It's always confusing to see the AES as well as the AOL and the Cloud Tag. This is in fact 2 teams put together into one. Now the Baron has been started, but GGesports is none the wiser. They do not know this is happening. 1000 HP left, 500 HP, and the Baron goes over. First one of the night, first one of the game. 2. Cory in the house.
That turn in mid lane was very good by Cory in the house. Caitlyn got caught out and their team able to capitalize on the overextension and use of the ults and summoners. They were able to get this Baron with Cass. Very nice. They can definitely take control of this game very quickly. We have Fire Drake coming up. Very nice dragon. This game goes to late. They definitely have the Drakes. The Elder Drake will be a huge buff, but let's see if they can gap that and make this game close out.
Well, taking a look at the score lines, a lot of the deaths on the side of GGesports is on the Poppy, 0 and 5. The Azir is 5 and 1. Do you think he's able to carry this? And if so, what does he need to do to carry it?
I think they need to stall this Baron out. I think at most they need to lose outer turrets, and Drake will probably be okay to lose. Azir being top right now, this could be the inhib with this overstay. Let's see if they go for the Drake instead. It is a fire. They may just go for it. No.
The inner turret goes down.
They're looking.
Baron empowered cannon minion GP in the bot lane banging on the inner turret as well. The question is, will the engage come through by GGesports in time? Decides not to go for it on the side of Cory in the house, and the dragon is now the next objective in contention. Is this correct?
Definitely. Azir came back. They had no wave. GP is shoving bot. They definitely get this Fire Drake. This is a huge for them. They have a GP in the top lane. They have Trundle. Every single member on that team can use the Fire Drake very effectively. It is a very good Drake for them to have. Not sure.
Fire Drake taken.
Next Drake is a
Oh, let's take a look. It is indeed an Ocean, so that will be triple Ocean if they manage to get that dragon under their belt.
that is very powerful. They could disengage and come back into fights very quickly with those triple oceans in the later stages of the game. This Baron does not seem like it's going to get a ton of use. It got a couple towers. They also traded a top tower, and that was their very first one. So honestly, all things considering, not too bad if they have Baron buff and only this is happening. They still have Baron, and they need to group up top. Maybe shove this out. This tower is still here. This is free gold.
Well, free gold may be gold cash into the bank as all 5 members now, Cory in the house, rotating towards the top side. Action hopefully breaking out. Now the Dark Binding as well. But the hook lands onto the Caitlyn before the Black Shield. Now the engage comes through. The ultimate from Morgana, the kind of barrage as well. From the GP in the back. Now Gawain looking for the flashing gate. Has Ghost available. Will it come through? Nope, just a little bit of damage being traded back, but Bludit taken down to half HP. But the Petrifying Gate onto the Poppy. She's gonna drop so low and will go down. Now the Trundle, the next target. Will he go low? But the Thresh instead will fall. The Ragnarok has to be burned by the Olaf to manage to get to safety. So way taken low by the Azir in the back line. And the Shuffle going to be shuffling forward, doing a lot of damage, but not managing to take just one. Gawain falls to the Azir. Azir managing to barely, almost winning that fight completely for his team.
I have faith in this Azir. He can carry this game. He's got the damage. He's got the tools. His Poppy, however, does not need to be frontlining like that against the cast. She is powerful herself. With 0 MR, she will die so quickly. And if she doesn't die that fast, Trundle pop the R on her, and she'll be gone momentarily. She needs to play back with Azir and kill anybody trying to dive her, or him, excuse me. Azir is not a girl.
So that kind of play from Azir there, was that the correct line of play to make?
I think he could have maybe ulted a little bit better, and I think I don't think he realized how quite good that fight was for him. I think he could have maybe scooped up one more kill. They were backing off and those oceans were starting to tick, so maybe one more kill. He did play it fairly well though, considering Poppy was taken out of the fight very quickly. Good hook from Thresh, reacting for the spell shield coming out. It was good. Started the fight there.
Yeah, Sushi failed to get the Black Shield off in time, and Bludit was taken out of the fight almost instantly.
Yes.
But now the game has been equalized a little bit, action dying down. 11-11, but a 5k gold lead just purely from turrets.
Yes, these turrets. Free money, people. Turrets are bigger than kills.
Well, the macro now coming into play in terms of late game. How are these two teams playing it out, and what should be happening if they're not doing it correctly?
The entire team of Azirs need to be playing with him. They have to play around this Azir. He is the win condition at this time. If Tristana, however, can get to the late game, she will be a huge threat with the new range that they added a few patches ago.
But the engage comes through. The hook onto the Casio, as well as the heroic charge. She's taken out of the fight instantly, and now booted in the back. The Ragnarok forward, and he's going to take down him as well. Now the two backline members of CoryInTheHouse have gone down. GP split pushing in the mid lane. The Emperor's Defy not landing on anyone, but it doesn't matter. 4 members of CoryInTheHouse taken out immediately, and 4 just fresh as a trade. Now DuoE in the mid lane managed to get himself an inhibitor turret. That was a 4v5 fight for clarification, managing to trade 4 for 1. What happened in that fight?
This flank from the Olaf was very, very good. He knew that he had to get on that Kate and just send her into the Shadow Realm and just totally pop her. Very good fight from them, realizing it was 4v5. That mid tower being gone, not a huge deal. They still have the inhib. This is fine. They get 2 turrets, and they need turrets desperately because their whole team is behind it, and that is shared goal throughout the team. That is very, very good for them. That was a very, very good trade. Very worth.
Alright, well, the game... Gets it with the parlay. So now that the game is stabilized, 28 minutes in the game, let's do the quintessential talk about the itemization. So, taking a look at the items bought by all 10 members in this game, what are we looking at for the next fight?
I think coming out third item for that cast.
Wait, but the fight might start now! The binding, as well as the pillar, gonna come through, and Thresh gets caught out! Now Poppy's the next target. Poppy has no flash available. Will he go down?
Zir.
Defensifying Gage as well. Xenos in the backline trying to do damage. Will he manage to turn this fight around and get a kill for his team? The snap trap's being placed on the ground. Shovel forward, but he has trapped! Gets the flash away from the binding, manages to get away. The Emperor's Defy, going to be enough to trade 1 for 1.
Oh god!
Looted in the back, fighting against Dieter. Dieter with the ace in the hole, the parley, the ace in the hole, coming through, the ultimate land, and he goes down. 4-4-1 in favor of CoryInTheHouse.
The positioning and the uses of their escapes that fight, very unfortunate there. Rocket jumping into them all and shuffling into them all. Quite unfortunate. Azir could have DPS that, could have positioned, and I think he could have carried that fight. He got way too trigger happy, I think. He needs to play back a little bit more, and his team needs to play back and not get caught in the river. Thresh and Poppy being caught there. Very unfortunate. Another free Baron goes to the CoryInTheHouse team. Another Drake too. Lots of objectives for them. They can't keep giving this up, or this could be bad.
Well, this is actually Olaf on the side of GGesports, so if he manages
they're gonna
to
get
beat
here.
Drake,
They're coming.
favor of his team, they're on their way, but the dragon is at 1000 HP. He will
See if
secure
he
it with
gets
the
it.
smite in momentarily, and the dark passage out, and he
Gets
will be
out.
getting to safety, so that is a Ocean Drake secured.
Good steal.
GG.
I thought that would be gone for sure. Good job from Olaf there, getting that Drake before they rotate down to that Drake. That's very, very good actually.
Well, a period of momentary happiness as 5 members of CoryInTheHouse group up into the mid lane with the Baron empowered minions and looking hungrily at the inhibitor turret out. Inhibitor, really, the turret gone already from the GP split
Now
push
this-
earlier in the game.
It's a misplay from Azir. He could have had his tower here when his team was here. The tower could have had seen much better use in defending this inhib.
The ultimate from Poppy bouncing some people away. The engage comes through. Olaf going straight onto Cassio, and Cassio falls, but he will trade his life for Tristana's, and Olaf falls low in the back. Now in the front line, the Poppy trying to do damage, but there's no damage coming through from Azir in the back as Trundle takes all of the Azir damage, and that is a 3 for 1. The wing goes down, but 3
This
members
could
fall
be it.
on the side of GG. Will this be the game? 4 members of
think it
CoryInTheHouse
is.
are still up. Azir and Olaf, the last 2 standing. Will they be able to make the play that their team needs? The Emperor's Divide is available. They're looking for the end. Olaf roots. No Ragnarok, and the Nexus goes down. First game of the night goes to CoryInTheHouse, the 6th seed of the league. Over
Very
the
good. I think a lot of picks there for CoryInTheHouse. Lots of catches there in that Baron River. Quite unfortunate for them to lose the game like that. CoryInTheHouse played pretty well, I think. I think the itemization and the builds were correct. Rotations were definitely better that game. Well played from them.
All right. Well, as is custom, to pick a MVP for, well, maybe we'll just pick an MVP for the series at the end. Well, we won't just do it game by game. That's too tedious. All right. So we have a bit
Well,
of time.
If you want an MVP, I actually think I think Kate deserves that. She did pretty well with not getting caught too often, besides the
All right.
ones in top lane. I think she
So we'll
played pretty
keep her
well.
in stellar condition and
Yep.
consideration for the final series MVP. So moving on, the next match will begin shortly. Let's talk a little bit about the damage numbers, a little bit about the game's macro overall. The total damage dealt to champion graph looks pretty stellar for
Azir, buddy, you could have carried this one. I knew he was doing the deeps there. Man, he and Tristana using their escapes. They need to realize that they're escapes and not engages all the time. I think if Tristana was a little bit more mindful and Azir a little bit more mindful in that Baron fight around the 30-ish minute mark, maybe it was a little earlier than 30 minutes, they could have won that fight. They were full HP. They had everything. The deeps were there. Quite unfortunate, really.
It looks like the
Azir,
damage
though.
was quite evenly spread out among the members of CoryInTheHouse. Looks like everyone contributed their part in terms of damage. Now let's move on to the damage taken charts to see how the tanks stacked up against each other. And wow, that Trundle pick.
Trundle is very, very good right now in the meta. He counters tanks because tanks are meta because of bot lane. Lots of things intertwining into each other. Trundle, I would recommend to the people watching who play jungle. Very good champion to pick up right now. That's a very good champ. Hidden OP, if you ask me. And that is why.
Absolutely. And he definitely did his part in this game for sure. Now, the final thing to take a look at for this game before we hop into game 2 is, of course, the vision score, words placed, and control words purchased. We'll go one at a time here. Vision score looks pretty good for Bus Stopwatch on the Thresh, and, of course, Morgana leading. So, pretty good things along the side of there. Kawain, and, of course, the AD carry for GGesports not doing so hot. Let's take a look at the control words purchased to see if anyone gets a good solid 0. Always looking out for that. Oh, Aquatic Dark in the top lane with that Poppy bought a total of 0 control words in this game.
Now, he needs to be buying some control words.
Not doing so hot. All right, well, the stats haven't been gone over, and that game having been completed, let's hop right into game 2 and get it started shortly. I'm your play-by-play caster, Drax here, and this is Clayton, your color caster, and we'll get into it as soon as we can. Take a small break in between. Thanks for watching for now, and we'll get into game 2 as soon as possible.
Give me your all. You know why I call your high. What's be? Tell me, have you ever been naughty? Design with no flaws. I'll help break those walls. Be free, girl. One time, I wanna see you blow my mind. Baby, jump in my car. Baby, jump in my car. Champagne cork to the stars. Champagne cork to the stars. And we gon' play down more. And we gon' play down more. Till we can't take no more. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. I beat the way, shorty look. looked at me when I introduced myself, trying not to get at you. That's something I couldn't help. Said she had a man, but she feels so unappreciated. Hey girl, I'm almost famous. Betty won't mind if we get naked. Wanna get up inside, could you play me? If I can make you number one, would you play me? So what you drinking, baby girl, let's get faded. We can pull up in the range and ballet it. Yeah, girl, heard you like it that way. Drop 3K and there ain't no Andre. Champagne popping in the game like EA. Flying out, trying to take you down in the PJ. Let's go. Baby, jump in my car. Baby, jump in my car. Champagne cork to the stars. Champagne cork to the stars. Then we gon' play double. Then we gon' play double. Till we can't shake no more. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. I like it that way. Yeah, girl, I know you like it that way. That way. Ooh, baby, know I like it that way. That way. Touching on your body, tell me where you want it. Anywhere you like it, cutting like I own it. In my bedroom's a party, baby, you're invited. Yeah, yeah, baby, you're invited. When I put it down, know you like it that way. Kissing down your legs, know you like it that way. Hit it from the back, know you like it that way. And when you give it to me, you know I like it that way. I said I like it that way. That way. I said I like it that way. I said I like it that way. That way. I said I like it that way.
Wave your hands in the motherfucking air.
a lot more scarier on her own too. So interesting ban. A lot of respect.
Well, we'll see how the champ select plays out because of that ban. Now the second round of second bans coming through. A Jin
Eventually.
taken away.
I'm actually quite curious to see if a Trundle will receive a ban here. I think that Trundle was quite potent that game.
You
Quite
will pass
scary.
the day in the void.
Kaiser. Maybe it's another mimic bans. Maybe they were fine.
I do have to mention that there is a slight roster change in the side of GG Esports. Aquatic Dark has been swapped out for Pinoy Riven. We'll see if that makes a difference in the top lane. Aquatic was playing that Poppy and did die a lot. So possibly a liability to his team that they're trying to shed here. We'll see if it makes a difference in this next match. If GG can pull in a game 3, or will CoryInTheHouse take away the 2-0. Now the bans have been completed and the first picks are coming through. What do you think about these bans?
I hate Kha'Zix. I hate that champ. So glad to see him not in this game. That champion is disgusting. Let's see what they first pick here.
All right. Well,
Take it
DeWay, waiting quite a bit for his pick. Probably a lot of communication going on the side of the CoryInTheHouse comms. And the Caitlyn taken for Blue once again.
Very, very scary. I think if they know how to play it, they should play Zyra Rakan. Be quite interesting to see if they could play that.
Ooh,
Very strong.
Zyra is open for Dieter and Stopwatch. You're definitely right.
Very, 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 very good against the Caitlyn there.
We'll see if they spot that out in terms of pick and bans. Keep in mind, though, that not every team has a pick and ban coach in their comms during this section of the game. So
Skarner and Renekton auto-locked in. Wow.
top and jungle selected already.
Very brave. Olaf would be great here. Trundle would be great here for this jungle matchup.
We'll see what Law decides to pick. Volibear is open. It was banned away last game and has been a comfort pick for Law. How does Volibear do against these two?
Okay, if Volibear is running Press the Attack, the long-term fight is very good. If he's running Aftershock, he's probably just going to be a tank and engaging for his team, and he's probably not going to look for too many 1v1s or 2v2s in the top lane. Maybe just clears a lot, looks for some ganks elsewhere, but he does not. He doesn't do too bad as long as Skarner's not on a portal or a crystal, because Skarner gets actually up to 200% additional attack speed based on his level. Quite powerful if Skarner's on a crystal there. Malphite.
Malphite being hovered. I think that might actually be a Malphite support pick, considering
that
is
could be a mid Malphite. Malphite got some AP ratios.
Mid Malphite.
Now this would be a good meme if that is locked in.
It looks like Wade actually took away the Azir from Aurelia Zeno. Zeno did do a good bit of damage on that Azir last game. So I think Gawain taking this away and Syndra locked in instead. Syndra versus Azir, how does that go?
That is actually a matchup I'm not too familiar with, but I know Azir can outrange Syndra, but if Syndra lands a good stun in lane, it usually means the end of that trade for Azir. That just goes with any matchup for Syndra. If Syndra just lands a stun, it's usually pretty good. I was actually going to comment on this. The supports need to be banned out with that Caitlyn. Any good supports that synergize with Kate need to be banned out. Xayah
taken away.
The
No
80
Zyra
carry
Khan
pool,
today.
The 80 carry pool is shrinking down. They not a lot of stuff open. I think Ezreal would probably be the next best thing if they can play it. Let's see if they leave it open, and let's see if they play it. I'm quite interested to see what they can play into Kate. There isn't too many good options left. Soraka banned. That's not too bad. Let's see what they banned for the last champion of this champ select.
So with these bans and these 3 picks on each side, are there any huge priority picks we're looking at once again?
I quite interested to see what this last ban is, because that determines quite a lot of things. If they ban Ezreal, this could be scary. Let's see what they do it.
Now
Alistair.
I'm angry.
That leaves Ezreal open. That is probably the last good 80 carry here. I'm not sure what else could be picked that is close to Caitlyn's level at this point. Kai'Sa, Xayah, Jhin, all gone.
All taken away, yeah. Well, Dr. Dieter and Stopwatch have only 5 seconds to make that decision. Tristana is open. Probably the last standing bastion of, hey, that's a pretty good 80 carry for their team.
The
Stopwatch.
lane is not as good anymore for Tristana with her changes that happened about a month ago. Caitlyn just going to outrange her and probably dominate the laning phase. Let's see what the support is with the Caitlyn, see how dominating it can be. I actually think Braum would be a great pick here. Could block a lot of Syndra damage. Nami, very good too. Another good champion for Kate.
So she locks in Nami for the support role, and the only pick left is DeWay in that top lane. Gangplank is open once again. We'll see if he picks it over anything else. He did pick GP into the Poppy last game, so this is a Renekton matchup. We'll see if he goes for it. Oh, the Kled.
Now
Could be big.
Now Drex, here, your specialty is top lane. How does Kled and Renekton do against each other?
It completely revolves around the usage of Kled's W. The 4 strikes from that W passive can mean the win of a trade, or if it's down, the loss of a trade.
Now we have a Camille Hubbard for support.
I
Now
think it's trolling. I think he's trolling. He has to
I
be.
think this is a meme. Sounds very bad against Kate Nami, but we'll see here. Maybe they're gonna invade level 1. It is
Shen
switch to Shen.
support.
Now that
Braum.
Now
That was actually
Braum.
locked in like 5 seconds after the timer ran out.
Now Braum, I actually I don't know if this is that great here. They're just gonna get dominated by this Kate Nami. They needed some range or Shen level 1 taunt. That actually would have been fine. Have some global presence up in top lane because they're probably gonna lose bot anyway. So having Shen having presence across the map is very, very good. Caitlyn and Nami should be able to dominate this lane. Let's see if they can get an early push, get a level 2 very quickly. Top lane, Ignite on that Renekton, Ignite on that Syndra, Exhaust on Braum. Actually, a good idea if they're going to run double Ignite to pick up Exhaust on Braum for Azir or Caitlyn or anybody that they could exhaust. Not too bad. Although that means they probably will even further fall behind in this laning phase. Ignite is very, very strong right now. Let's see how the junglers path, and let's see if they focus top lane. Maybe go top with Ignite. Let's see if they could punish that.
Well, Renekton does have Ignite, so that means that he doesn't have the teleport that Kled does. What does this mean in terms of macro?
And again, this bot lane is just all these things are starting to add up. Melee support, Tristana, TP pressure. There's just lots of things adding up for this bot lane to succeed in this game. Caitlyn and Nami should be able to carry this one if they get any kind of lead, any kind of ground for them. They can carry this game, I think.
So do you think that Volibear should just focus the bot lane completely?
I think that Volibear should devote almost all of his attention to bot. Yes, I think he should be there to contest maybe the level 3 or 4 gank that potentially could happen top because Renekton has Ignite and is looking for some early kills. Skarner typically likes to full clear anyway, and he needs to get Predator and a Smite item if he can before backing, which is 950 gold. Then he could maybe contest bot. I think though that after first backs, this is a purely bot lane game. Purely. Mid lane is probably going to be a lot of farm. I don't know if there's a lot of kill pressure pre-6 for either of those members with Volibear and Skarner. Syndra though, Syndra ult is very, very scary. We'll see if she roams bot maybe to save the day.
Definitely take a look to see how that bot lane pressure game plays out. Although it's very interesting to see that Renekton take Ignite, of course. We'll see if there's any solo kills along those lines onto the Kled. Of course, Kled can easily lose that matchup on a dime or win that matchup on a dime, like I said, focused on that W cooldown. Now, let's talk a little bit about jungle pathing you mentioned. In the early game, what are these junglers looking to do in the first 3-4 minutes of the game?
If I was Skarner, I would try to get my blue or red smite, although typically on Skarner you want blue smite because you want to get onto somebody and ult them as quickly as you can and get your predator boots. That is 950 gold. I think you should try to full clear everything. That means starting the blue because clearing Krugs when you're starting on red side is quite likely not going to happen because that means you have to go red Krugs, and that is just very, very bad pathing. You want to be starting blue so you can full clear your jungle and you can smite the Krugs while being level 3 and get your level 4.
All right, we'll see if he follows that path. But now on the other side, conversely, we have CoryInTheHouse, AE Law playing that Volibear. What's he looking to do?
Volibear, I think, again, Yeah, like I said, Skarner has two options. He could full clear or go top for that gank, you know, with Renekton. But Volibear, I think he needs to track Skarner early game, and then he needs to go bot as quickly as he can and see if they can get this Tristana Braum behind and get Caitlyn and Nami snowballing, and they can carry this game.
All right, we'll take a close look at those jungle pathing as we jump into loading screen here. Game 2 between GGesports and Cory in the house. 1-0 in favor of Cory. Will GG manage to get a third game, or will Cory take away the lead? 2-0 as we load into loading screen here. We will instantly begin the good old BSG rune phase. Anything interesting happening here?
That Renekton is looking to kill level 2 or 3. Like I said, that guy's got electrocute. He's looking to just pop someone. And again, press the attack on that Caitlyn. Just wow, that is greedy. That is trying to win the lane right there, folks. That is the all-in. That is a lot of damage. Press the attack is very, very strong if it goes unpunished. Resolve on Braum. That is good. Everyone has the correct runes here. I think the Aftershock with Volibear, press the attack is the other option. I think the Aftershock, though, is correct because Syndra does quite a lot of damage. Renekton can do quite a bit of damage depending on that build. Let's see what they do here in the first minute of the game. Let's see where they go. Looks like they're dispersing. Red side, blue, they're invading together. GG, moving together. Oh.
Oh, the death push comes through. Big Flabby Daddy not having the vision here. They managed to sneak into this. The question is, will he drop for the bait?
If he goes for this portal, they need to stay in that bush. If they stay there, he might greed and come get that. Renekton could greed, and let's see what they do.
No pings coming through on the side of GGesports. They don't know this is happening yet. The portal about 5 seconds away from completion. Will they go for it? The question remains. This could be an early lead that could mean the game.
Oh, they're leaving too early. No.
But they decide to leave instead. Concede. Get the 15 gold.
They ping it out and they notice. They know now. They are aware of what's going on. I think that they could have taken the portal bot side, the Braum Tristana there. That was free for the taking. 15 gold missed out for each of them. Not a huge deal.
All right, well, the junglers, again, starting the bot side clear. Nothing unorthodox in this manner. We'll see if... Oh, wait, no! I'm corrected. Skarner actually starting the red buff.
Bot lane fake leashed as well.
In fact, that's what fooled me. It looked like they were leashing, and now this could be a crucial level 3 gank timer for Big Flabby Daddy. Is that what he's going for?
Should be interesting to see what he does. He's clearing the Raptors right now, and Braum is off doing something. He is way, way far back with this Tristana. Tristana took a little bit of hope there. They're already getting that advantage to the bot lane with Kate Nami. It's quite scary. Press the attack, that all in. Very potent. Renekton dodging the Q proc there. Kled has level 2 burst. Skarner clearing wolves right now. Volibear out is blue. Volibear's
engage in the top lane. The bear trap in the rope. Now a little bit of a trade coming through. Renekton has ignite. Will the way respect it, but the damage comes through. Pinoy taking the 1 HP. The way deciding not to flash forward, and the flash forward with the pocket pistol, not gonna find the kill. Full flashes burn, and the ignite as well onto the ribbon.
Top right now. Let's see if he can punish that. No sums.
Volibear's coming. He's in the tri-bush. He's looking for the gank. Flash is available. Will he flash? Flashes forward, but the dash from Renekton going to manage to get him away from that gank.
Volibear should have held his flash for just a bit longer, because if he needs to click on him with Q and then flash immediately, casting it when in range immediately. It's a nice little trick for those who don't know. If you cast an ability and then flash on them, it casts it the moment you are in range. That Volibear, I do not think he did that. He could have maybe played that one a bit better and gotten himself a first blood there. Bot lane getting that priority like I was talking about in Champ Select. Very, very big deal. Renekton not having TP, not wanting to miss this cannon. Ooh, missed it anyway. Yikes. Unlucky. Hit some poke on Syndra. Missing a few more minions there. Got that one. Got that one. Not too bad.
So now that the action dies down, Skarner's in the bot side, Volibear's on Grom. What are the junglers looking to do here to maybe force some trades?
Again, I think Skarner is going for what I said. Smite item, boots, gonna get that Predator. Maybe look for some ganks with Predator active. Very, very strong on champions like Olaf and Skarner who can utilize that Predator. Very, very useful. And even some AP Nunus out there taking the Predator. Very, very strong rune if used correctly. I think he's recalling right now, but I don't know if he's got the gold.
Oh, but the gank now comes through in the mid lane. Volibear ganking. Going to have the Rolling Thunder, but Aurelius Xeno forced to flash away. The trap and the bubble coming through. There's another trap there. The trap lands as well, but the headshot not coming through in time. Buff stopwatch and Dr. Dieter taken so low.
Bot lane taking that heavy, heavy poke. Press the attack, really just ramming it into them. Skarner does get the blue smite. Boots does get that 950 back. A very good back for Skarner, actually. I play a lot of that champion, and that's a very good feeling to get that in the first back, because you will have a lot of gank pressure with blue smite and boots there. It's very, very nice. Volibear, I think, clearing his Krugs, and probably we'll see a recall here soon. Maybe paths toward Dragon, maybe looking for a Scuttle or something, but it is not there. Let's see what he does. Reacting recall.
Now in a bit of trouble. Winter's Bite going to land, but Dr. Dieter decides not to rocket jump forward. Now going in the mid lane taking a trade. Has more mana than the Syndra, going to be forcing out some damage there. It's interesting, you said that Caitlyn Nami has the push, but somehow Tristana has 6 more CS.
I think that maybe they focus so hard on putting on the damage on this Tristana and Braum, putting on the pressure. Maybe missed a few CS along the way, doing some deeps to them. Maybe missed a few CS there. It's quite possible. Maybe a few error mistakes that they have made CSing. Let's see, she's got.
Oh, Yolo Snapchat will land, but the block from Braum with the stand behind me and the Unbreakable going to block away that damage quickly for his Tristana. Not going to be any worse for wear after that trap.
Now this is quite interesting. Now this is why it's important to back, guys. Look at Skarner's CS, look at Volibear CS. Skarner did full clear, and here's why it's really good to full clear. All of your camps get to respawn mathematically, like, you know, you go 1 to 1 to 1. Now all Skarner's camps are respawning, he has 40 CS, and he already backed. Volibear got a team on. I think he had some kind of strange pathing just to get Tiamat, and now his camps are going to spawn in a weird order. But he's going to get Raptors and the red buff, so that's not too bad. Skarner's going to get his red buff here. But I think
the Call to Meek and the dominance in the top lane. DeWay is not level 6 yet, but I think he manages to disengage there. Now in the bot lane, the trap's going to land, and both bot lane is taking half HP.
All the pressure on this bot lane. I think this is a pretty free gank if Skarner gets Predator 6. This is definitely free. If he
Skarner is playing in the top side.
He has not gotten that red buff yet. Which
but Skarner with the gank in the top lane. Now they're converging onto the Kled. Will Kled manage to get away? Has no flash available. Will he be able to dash over the wall? Dash does not actually take him over the wall, so he's forced to run for his life. Azir is there to try and save him. DeWay has not yet remounted, and he will get away with his life with his white landing onto the Nami in the bot lane. Contested blows. Passive is there, but no follow-up to be had. No action to end in casualties as of yet. Which team does that favor more?
Again, I think Braum and Tristana are probably thinking to get me out. They just need to survive this lane. They are doing their best to survive. I think they're doing a pretty good job. Only 3 CS down. Very stellar for that to happen. I think Skarner does have the 6, does have the Predator boots, and I think about 70 seconds based on that boot timer. Dragon being taken though. They do have priority bot lane and mid lane, so I think this is going to go over to them. Let's see if Skarner finds out.
2700 HP. 2300 HP. Syndra's on the hunt. Smells a little something fishy. 1200 HP. Will she find the combo that she's looking for? Gwen has full HP. Big Flabby Daddy in the back. Has Flash and Pail available. The stat of the week not going to land with the Orbs of Power. But they managed to get the Mountain Drake and get away with their lives.
Tristana was in the river there. I think if he flash ults that Nami as Skarner very quickly and does it very, very quick, may not be able to react to that. Pull the Nami, and she's level 5. I think they could have killed her there with Braum, stun, and exhaust. Quite possible. Didn't go for it though. Maybe they felt like Kled TP maybe advantage there. Could turn that fight if they engage something.
So you mentioned the jungle clears. Now Skarner's camps are all up and he's looking to clear them, but Volibear's catching up quickly. So who's really winning these kinds of— oh wait, now in the mid lane, the Ignite comes through, the Unleash Power, Gawain falling to his death, has no barrier heal to save him, and the solo kill goes over to Aurelia Zeno, and now the mid lane turret is in their sights. First tower blood, this is all they're looking for. Cannon Wave going to take a few extra tower shots, the buster shot, the explosive shot, the explosive charge. Woo! Going on to that tower. Now Sushi's under fire. The flash forward from Big Flabby Daddy. The Impale's low, but the bubble going to take him down. The tower aggro is there. Nami will fall, but the 1-for-1 is there as well. DuoE now looking to defend this tower. Caitlyn in the bot lane and Gawain in the back, having just respawned. Will they be able to save this tower?
I think they
clear these next couple of minions.
I think the next wave they might be able to get it. Azir is at tier 2 almost. I think they are going to defend this one. Caitlyn getting some free farm and free XP, catching up in that farm. Skarner, all of his camps, he's got Krugs, Raptors, he's got a lot of camps up right now. He died with a lot of those camps up. It's quite unfortunate. Volibear went for Tiamat, so that is why he is catching up in farm, by the way. Tiamat right now, very good item for clearing the jungle. You can catch up very quickly if you get that. He did a good job catching up, and he's now leading in the CS actually, but Skarner's going to get some of his camps back, so it'll stabilize. But good itemization from the Volibear, taking the Aftershock rune with the damage item early makes them pretty good there.
Looks like some pings are coming through. CoryInTheHouse looking, the Ruthless Predator and the Slicing Dice coming through in the top lane with the trade. DuoE taken to half HP, still mounted. Now Azir looking for the gank in the bot lane, leaving his lane undefended. That is still a first tower on the table. We'll see if Zeno can pick up on that and take it. Now Azir's looking for the tower dive. Skarner is there to defend. Azir's going to face check the glacial coming come through. The Namiel going to come through as well. Ebb and flow, the bubble's not going to be there. Ludit doing some damage to Dr. Dieter with the pressing attack, but the first tower goes down to Zeno in the mid lane.
Very good first tower. Now this is something to notice, guys. This Syndra has a gigantic— oh, it's about to increase, folks.
I think the action is going to continue. Impale is available. Will he use it? Gawain manages to dash away. The Emperor's Divide being flashed by Pinoy Riven on the Renekton. Now Law's in trouble. The Tidecaller's Blessing going to heal him to a manageable HP level, but now Nami is under fire. Nope, not going to be taken down. Gawain goes down. Somehow, Pinoy Riven, what a strange interaction, manages to flash the Emperor's Divide and still secure the kill onto Gawain.
Not too shabby of a play there. I think Gawain kind of panicked there, blew everything, and just couldn't quite get away. I think maybe a lack of some Azir experience there. He does— I don't think he used his escape there quite correctly. His team was there to back him up. I think he could have gotten out before Renekton even showed up there. But this CS lead is starting to get quite impactful. 40 CS almost now. Cinder 201. Cinder has Archangels completed. Azir struggling with his first item. Cinder's backing right now. Let's see what she gets.
Archangel staff and sword boots.
Quite powerful for this Cinder right now. She is definitely leading the game right now. I think 2 levels on this Azir.
Well, the death push has been set up. Will Law walk straight into this trap? The ward is there. Pinoy Riven might slice and dice over the wall, looking for it. Big Flabby Daddy has Impale available, but no flash. Now Volibear looking forward. The movement speed is there. Not using the skull movement speed, but it might not matter. Will the Impale go through? The Fracture is available. The slice and dice. The Call to Me. Now the Dominus doing the damage. The Predator. The ultimate. It's all there. Gawain's looking to try and save his teammate as best as he can. The return kill almost lands on a Big Flabby Daddy. A lot of damage coming out from Law in one burst there, but not having enough damage to really secure it. Now Pinoy engaging with full rage onto this Kled. Will Kled manage to find it? The bear trap in the rope. The tidal wave in the back. Nami is looking for the kill. Bear trap in the rope is there. Pinoy Riven has no flash available. The bubble is still there, and DuoE takes down Pinoy Riven. 1-0 on that Kled. Shatter the weak lands onto the Azir. The Unleashed Power taking him to 40% HP. But now Tristana's banging on that outside bot turret.
Now, something to note there, guys. Skarner backed at Absolute. He could have smited his camps, and again, this is just clearing efficiency. He could have stayed in his jungle, gotten red, and smited that, actually healed up, and maybe helped Renekton in top lane. Actually, quite a possibility there. Camp efficiency is huge when you're playing jungle. You can get quite the big CS leads when you clear your camps the moment they are up. You clear them, and then the moment they're up again, you clear them. You can get quite the big CS leads in the jungle with your opponent if they do not do that. He's
Well, it
clearing
looks
the
like
rest of the jungler now. Yep.
the game
Here.
is stabilizing a little bit. Still a 1.7k gold lead for GG Esports, but now the tower count is even. Azir might be able to complete his Nash's Tooth here. Law in the bot lane, clearing out some vision, but both Skarner and Syndra are playing toward the spot side. We'll see if some action breaks out. At this point, which team has the lead?
They have a huge winning lane in mid right now.
Oh, but the action. Oh, the blast code over the
Failed.
side. Skarner failed it. But now the ultimate from Busta was landing the knock onto all three people. Booted with the unleashed power. Going to be taken down by the Syndra. And the flash forward by Big Flabby Daddy. The Impale is still there. And 3 members instantly go down on the side of CoryInTheHouse. Now in the mid lane, the Cold and Meek, the Slice and Dice. Not going to be actually doing that much damage to this Kled. Pretty tanky with the Ninja Top. But now the Ocean Dragon.
Buff stopwatch with the sick Brommel there, perfectly lining them up. Like shooting fish in the barrel, hit everybody with that instead of a great fight there. Skarner failed the blast cone, but Buff stopwatch didn't care. He's like, we're fighting this, we're getting these kills, I don't care, we got this.
Gawain's
Good
looking
play
for this
from him.
kill. Will he be able to get it? Oh my gosh, he steals the Ocean Dragon! That is 2 dragons secured by CoryInTheHouse.
Poggers! Nice one.
Cougars!
Nice little play from the Azir there, having a rough game. He's
Now,
like,
but the engage comes through. The Nami tidal wave as well as the Aqua Prison gonna come through on both members. Now Law's looking for the engage. He's gonna flip. Who's gonna flip? No, it's on the Braum. The damage is just not there. Gawain not doing enough. The Emperor's Divide in the back, but it's just no damage. Looted has 0 items completed as of now. It's all on Gawain. Gawain takes down 1, but Gawain falls immediately after. Now Bluted trying to cut away from Pinoy Riven. Will he have enough damage to actually get away here? Now in the back to Way, demounted, looking for more damage. But Bluted fails the 90 caliber net and will go down. The Way in the back not managing to get his remount, and the fight will not be turned. 3-1 in favor of GG Esports.
well, that could have been worse. They got the shutdown on the Syndra. That is not too shabby. They did secure the Drake. They're going to concede some jungle here. Don't really have much of a choice. The jungle's secured by GG there. Volibear just going to his top side. Now, let's see, yeah, he got quite a bit of gold off that Syndra shutdown. Helps him out there for recovering in the mid lane there. He's still down quite a bit of CS.
Indeed,
Syndra,
he is
very big.
actually down by 3,000 gold.
And before that fight, it was probably quite a bit more. Shutdown definitely going to help him there. Let's see if he can outscale the Syndra one day.
Well, the Rift Herald has been started by CoryInTheHouse. Will they manage to get this? Is this the correct call?
Now this is extremely greedy. Let's see if they can get away with it though. The reason this is greedy is because they have the outer turrets on mid and bot lane, so the next objective is top lane. Dragon is down as well, so the only objectives on the map in the driver's
Oh,
seat.
Skarner snitched it out. Will he be able to steal it? No, the smite comes through and the Rift Herald is taken. But now Xeno's looking for blood. The unleashed power is available. Will it go down? Nami explodes. Long with the aftershock, trying to survive, but no flash available. He will go down. That is 2 kills for the Rift Herald.
Indeed, very greedy. That is a very greedy play. I think they got the rift, so not worst case scenario. But
Is that worth the trade?
in my opinion, probably not. I'm gonna say no. That is not worth it. Again, this top tower, which was already looking sour, which is gonna become obliterated here.
Kid of Fire mentions that the casting is ahead of the stream. If that is possible, then Ignorant, you gotta speed up your game a little bit there.
But yeah, this is actually going to result in quite the deficit here. Kled is split pushing bot for those who did not see the mini.
Oh, with the Glacial Fissure in the bot lane. Now, in the top lane, I should say, Nami falls instantly. And the Emperor's Divide not going to save Azir from the kill as well. And that is 2 down in favor of GG.
Now, Kled, buddy, don't even TP in. He could have kept split pushing bot. There is no TP from GG. He gets that second tower.
Oh,
Any kind of
with the
even
front line.
trades, yeah, any kind of even trades when you're behind are always worth it, guys. Anytime you can trade evenly, it's always worth it. Because you shouldn't be able to trade evenly when you're behind. Because you're behind. I think he could have kept split pushing bot there and gotten a tier 2 for his team. Some very nice tower gold there. Missed out on, I think. Oh, this is quite a rough game. Syndra out of control.
Well, now 7k gold lead in favor of GG. Is there any way that CoryInTheHouse can win this game?
I would say that the most likely way that this game is thrown is at Baron. Although, if they set it up properly, there shouldn't really be too much to throw. They have the dragons, you know, that's going for them. The Baron and the Dragon spawn timers, if they do a 20-minute Baron, they are very far ahead. They're in high control here. They do not have a lot of damage coming out for CoryInTheHouse right now. 0, 1, and 4. Caitlyn, 0, 2. Rapid fire, only BF. Tristana has the IE and Seal. She probably can do twice as much damage as that Caitlyn right now. Syndra can do more damage than anybody. She is scary. Renekton's scary. Skarner has that lockdown tool Volibear does not have. Braum with Locket. They have a great team fight right now.
But now the engage comes in. The scatter of the week now laws the next target. DuoE with the counter engage. The tower's there from the easier passive. Will they look for the counter engage? Scatter of the week again, landing onto the Nami, just doing so much damage to these members of CoryInTheHouse. The Syndra is absolutely on fire in this game. Skarner looking for the engage, has Flash Impale available. Baron spawning in about 5 to 10 seconds. We'll see how they manage to play this.
Poor itemization, I must say. Getting the greedy Moby Boots there and also building Redemption instead of Locket here. 60 MR and a shield for your team against the super fed Syndra. Definitely the right item here.
Oh, but now Gawain, another scout of the week going to land. And Gawain forced to burn cleanse and part of his health bar to survive.
This ain't looking too good for the team here. They're summoning the Rift Herald bot. Maybe defend that bot tower, but I think the Baron might be gone here. Let's see if
Baron has begun. We're looking at the health bar, 7,000. The scout of the week not gonna land this time. It could cost them the fight. Baron doing a lot of damage in the back. The Glacial Fissure landing just on the Azir, but a huge Aqua Prison as well as a wave. Will this mean the game? Big Flammy Daddy is now the target onto all of them, but in the back the wave will fall to the ultimate power. Now A Law in the front. Aqua Prison not landing onto anyone meaningful. Kled looking for some kills in the back line, but going to be scout of the week stunned. Going to go through. Now he's mounted. The flash forward from Law, and Zeno falls. Fox stopwatch falls. Dieter only left in the bear trap on the rope has landed as well, and that is a 4-man wipe in the stage for just Gawain. The Baron will be started. Renekton has back. No TP is available, and Mountain Trick as well as Ocean will be started. The huge turnaround coming in from CoryInTheHouse, and the Baron will go down.
I will say Kled carried the hell out of that fight. He had a great positioning that fight. He did very, very well. Kled definitely bringing his team to rank on this one. Quite a throw, folks. We'll look at the graph after this game. It's been a huge goal change. They are only about 3.5. They are 4K behind. This is not too bad with Baron buff. They can easily catch up. Drake is up. They can contest this. They can come back and win this game definitely. Huge throw. I'm not sure what went wrong that fight. They must have gotten greedy. I think taking too much Baron damage. They should have committed to one or the other, fighting or the Baron. Big misplay from them for sure. Rift Herald splitting bot from earlier that Nami placed, saving the tower actually, pushing it all the way to here. The Dragon up, then dealing with bot gives them time to contest the Drake. Renekton top lane with no TP, has the ignite.
The Dragon has begun. The bot lane of CoryInTheHouse are a little bit behind. We'll see if that makes a difference. Big Flammy Daddy looks for the smite, but now the scatter of the week onto Sushi. Will that be the solo kill? No, Zeno not looking for more. All absolute power is available, but not going to look for the pick off, and that is an Ocean Drake secured by Team CoryInTheHouse.
CoryInTheHouse, they're doing this is a rough one for them. They rough spot. Let's see what they can do here.
Scatter of the week misses once again. That's what happened in the last fight. Will that spell the same amount of demise this time? No engage will come through for either team. Dr. Dieter in the bot lane looking for some free farm. Now let's talk a little bit about items as the siege will come through. What big items are we looking for in these team fights?
Well, I think Azir is actually itemizationing for Void Staff. We'll see if that works out for him. Volibear getting a Titanic, Kled getting a Titanic.
Oh, a huge scatter of the week onto 3 members of CoryInTheHouse, but the engage is not there. A lot of damage coming through, but might just be enough to push them off the turret the way in the top lane with teleport available, as you were saying. Oh, now the dash forward, the slice and dice. Now Pinner Raven looking for the stun. Not going to have the engage. Nami forced to flash away. The Predator activated by the Skarner. And DuoE is looking for the counter engage in the top side, but I think that's the end of the action for now, as you were saying.
Well, Lots of interesting fights here. Lots of throws that have happened in this game. This Baron throw. Let's see if it punishes Syndra and her elite squad. Syndra can carry this game. She just needs to land one of her abilities and chain it. And it's over. She's so fed. She's so ahead on this Azir. She can carry this game. Let's see if she fulfills that purpose. Tristana having 2 items, quite ahead on Caitlyn as well. I think that's because of the tower goal from earlier. They're pushing mid right now. Caitlyn just have 2 items. She
Looking for the IE purchase, does not manage to find it. And this mid turret is still no worse for wear. Now the bubble, Aqua Prison will land on the buff stopwatch. The tidal wave actually, but going to be blocked by the Braum ultimate completely. Now Gawain looking for some damage. Rocket jump comes out from Dr. Dieter. And that is a Nami ult burn for the next minute and a half.
CDR.
The Baron buff is still here. Now Law taking quite a bit of poke damage from Dr. Dieter. All 5 members of both teams. This is the ARAM, folks. A huge scout of the week coming through, and the engage the fast forward with the dominance as well. And the Emperor's Divine gonna land on 3 members. Will this be the game? Now Boss Stopwatch going to be falling now in the next spare top in a row, going to cancel the rocket jump onto Dr. Dieter, and now Big Fabi Daddy is the only one left alive on the side of GGesports. Somehow, somewhere, somewhen, this is a 3-2 for 5 in favor of CoryInTheHouse.
Huge scatter of the week by the Syndra. I would need a replay to see everything that happened in that fight. I'm appalled they lost that fight. There must have been some kind of huge mistake, some kind of missed active, missed ult. That was looking so good for them. I think maybe they still shouldn't have caught them with the Baron. They ran out though, but the buff damage that they get from it is quite significant in fights. It looks like it's just going to be some towers, and that's the end of that. But huge throw. Huge throw. Syndra having the death cap now. Maybe she can truly one-shot. Azir did get a Banshee's Veil actually. Changed his itemization toward that. I think that's a smart purchase, because if he gets hit by this Syndra with his death cap now, he's done so.
Gawain though on that Azir definitely carried that fight really hard with that Emperor's Divide.
Very good ulti from him. He was having a rough start. He got that Ocean Drake steal. He's had a couple good ults here. I think he's definitely playing a lot better. He's focusing on the game and had a rough laning phase, but he's doing a lot better now. Great ult from him.
The itemization that you mentioned that you thought was voice staff has actually been completed as a Banshee's Veil. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I just mentioned that actually, the Banshee's Veil. I think that was definitely better than getting the Void Staff. He had no reason to buy it, but he changed it. Has the AP tome left over in his inventory. Let's see what he turns that into after backs come through. But getting Asterix Gauge as well. I don't know if that's correct. I think he needs some MR perhaps. Although Asterix Gauge is
Oh, but the scat of the week lands on Law. Now Law with the concussive blows landed. 2 stacks of it so far. Not the stun. It's not going to land. Another stat of the week attempting to land Sushi, taking to 75% HP. Aurelia Zeno really trying to do his work here, but no action so far.
Another ARAM here. Side lane management is needs to be addressed by both teams. They I think Renekton is split pushing right
now the concussive blows, the Winter's Bite, the engage comes through. Now Law's in a bit of trouble. Redemption comes down, and I think both teams disengage once again. This is what ARAM actually looks like.
Now, I'm not sure. I think Kled and Renekton should be in the side lanes right now, because Kled wants Renekton in a side lane. Kled wants to be split pushing, because someone has to match him, and they do not have a TP. They are not aware. And
oh, but now the engage comes through the tidal wave as well. They pull the trigger, but it fails to a great scatter of the week by Zeno. But now charge comes through. Gawain with the flash Emperor's Divide. The shuffle is there. Zeno's gonna fall, but Gawain falls in return to the absolute power. Now Law on the side in a bit of trouble. Looted is there to do some damage. This is a 2v3 now, but Gawain and Sushi are on the side to make it happen in the top side. Pinoy Ribbon, they're looking for a flank, but I think right now 4v4 action is probably over. The slice and dice over the wall is still an opportunity for the Renekton. See if it goes through, instead deciding to go for the Raptor camp.
they need to shove mid and go bot, look for this turret maybe, go to the Fire Drake.
Oh, but a little bit of damage coming out from Blue range. Dr. Dieter managed to get a nice rapid fire auto. That is 2 items completed for both AD carries, and no inhibitor is going to go down today.
I think they're greeting out here. They're staying mid. Syndra's closer to the base than Azir is. Doesn't matter if she's spawning a little bit slower. They need to get this Drake immediately. Looks like they're pathing down there. They have bot lane to deal with. Top lane. Nice sized wave up there. I think they're going to get this Drake, and the Dragon control this game. Actually going to carry them, I think. get that Ocean steal, get the Drakes from earlier when they could. This is quite significant for them because they're able to eat this Syndra poke. The Ocean's healing them with Nami. It's quite punishing actually. If the Oceans weren't there, I don't think they could have survived Syndra quite as easily.
Absolutely. Now 4 dragons completed, a very scary Elder possibility in the future. Baron is up once again. What is the correct... Oh, pause comes through. Pause comes through. What is the correct macro for both teams? What are we looking at here? And now, obviously, the game is pretty solidly in CoryInTheHouse's pace.
Now,
So,
I would say the game is probably, I would say it's even, but because of the tempo swing of that first Baron, I would say they, GGesports is no longer in the, or they are in the driver's seat now.
They are not in the driver's seat. Because the blue side in this
Excuse me,
game
yes,
is CoryInTheHouse.
yes.
So CoryInTheHouse with the pace, how do they maintain the pace? And if
The way
you're
they
a
maintain
GG fan, yeah.
CoryInTheHouse, they need to actually get complete control of this Baron, and how they can play this is Kled needs to split push very, very badly. He needs to get Renekton in the side lane with him. They need to start a fight by the Baron, have Kled TP in. What the hell is Renekton gonna do? He does not have TP. They can 4v5, easily win with their now accumulated lead, get the Baron, 2 mountains, 2 oceans. They can survive the poke, they can melt the Baron, they can end the game very, very quickly. They have the siege for it. I think Kled needs to get into a side lane and start split pushing. Those outer turrets are up. He needs to get his butt in a side lane. He can TP in. I don't think he's used it too much this game. Let's see if he can do it though. Let's see if he figures it out. But that is definitely the correct play. Get around that Baron, have Kled split push, get the pressure, force Renekton into a side lane. Let's see what they do here.
Well, let's see what happens. The Baron is up. Volibear is in base, but now the bot lane of my accent, bot line of GGesports is in the bot lane. Very far away from Baron. We'll see if that matters in the next couple of minutes.
I
like
think
Baron.
some recalls and some
Oh, it started! Away taking the Baron. The redemption is here. Healed him up back to full. Law is going there as well. Kled kind of
misplaying here. I think
these are 2 Mountain Dragons. This is a Baron steal. Boom!
Wow.
Not contested
Now-
whatsoever.
This is just a huge macro mistake. If you're the AD carry showing bot lane and your top laner sees you and your team's on the Baron side of the map with all those Drakes, they're just gonna take it. Tristana recalls. They don't have it for the fight. No way they can contest, and it's just a free Baron given over to CoryInTheHouse purely based on macro. Quite unfortunate,
Absolutely.
actually.
They had complete vision control of the area. So they just started.
And their whole team was there. I don't know why she needed help CSing, but she did. I don't know why she was CSing. Lots of questions here for that macro play. Should have been around that Baron the moment it spawned after that Drake. Should have made those.
Oh, the bear trap on the rope lands on Pinoy Riven. Now the slice and dice. Going to manage to get him away from that. So we want to walk into 4 people of GGesports 5 now that Syndra's rotating, but I guess not.
Syndra can still carry this game if she can one-shot that Cater Nami. Nami having that locket now, it's quite a bit harder. I don't know. This game looking pretty
Plus it
sour.
blows. Witcher's Bite landing on Law.
GGesports getting a little desperate now. I think they need to find a fight under the turret if they can and play front to back. Volibear's probably just gonna run in, maybe Kled as well. Kled's just gonna demolish everybody. They need to fight under turret. They cannot fight anywhere else. They can't fight in the side lane either. Renekton is no TP. Really not punished this game actually, but
Full buff stopwatch. Positioning aggressively. Almost every summoner is up for both teams except for Gawain's flash and Xeno's flash. So we might see a lot of summoner spells being blown in the next fight. Kled shoring up that bot lane. Top lane has been pushed out by GG, but the bot tower will fall to DuoE shortly. They do not respond. And the tower will go down. No response as of yet.
DuoE can keep going. He can flank with charge, although he's running into the jungle. He could have kept going and flanked with charge if they started something in mid.
It might still be an opportunity. Will Kled go in with a charge? Now they go in, and Blue survive with 3 members and the bubble. The tidal wave to fall, but now the backline. Blue taken on fire by Pinoy Ribbon. Both stopwatch and Pinoy trying to take down Blue, but it will not succeed. So far, a 1-for-1. Gawain and Zeno have fallen, but the Renekton will fall shortly after. This is a 2-for-1 so far. While stopwatch going to be taken very low, running away from his base,
Just
trying to recall desperately. Inhibitor tower will now be under pressure. The question is, will they go for the end? Bluta in the back has Ocean Dragon ticking with the lifesteal of the Vamp Scepter and the Warlords. No Warlords, just plus the attack. He's going to try and take down the tower. Next, the Snapchat's being set up. Big Flabby Daddy has no Impale available. Dr. Dieter has both summoners. Will this be the fight to end the game? Law taken low for free and will go down immediately after. The Redemption going to take their members low as well with from both stopwatch. But now, the way going in, bursting out the bomb. Will Bluted be able to fall before he dies? No! Bluted will survive from the sushi heal. Big Flabby Daddy is the sole surviving member, but Zeno has flash up. Will she be able to carry this game in the next couple of seconds? No objectives up on the map. The flash forward with the scout of the week gonna miss. Now flash is up, flash is gone.
I gotta say, DuoE, I think he could have pushed a little bit more this game. Other than that, I think maybe he feels like he had to group with his team otherwise, because he has been carrying these fights. He has been carrying this game. He carried that first Baron. He was the reason that they got back into this game, and maybe he feels like the TP is taking too long. Maybe he's smarter than I am. Maybe he just needs to be with the team at all times.
I gotta give a shout out though to the 4-man Aqua Prism from Nami near the Baron at the first time, and then now the Emperor's Divides twice now, demolishing the roster of GG.
Great initiation from Azir that fight. Kled DPSing and following up on that great Azir roll. I think we'll have to take a look at these damage charts. I really feel like Kled is doing all the damage in these fights, but that was a great setup from Azir. That fight. I'd see if he can get another ult like that. He's definitely making up for that.
So they traded Baron for a big fight, and Inhibitor is gone now. That's a 5k gold lead onto their belt. How do they end this game out? It's such a common issue in BSG. How do they do it?
Quite simple. Quite simple, to me, at least.
Oh, but now the engage comes through. Bear Trap on the rope, missing on the Tristana. Alright, as you were saying.
To put this in very easy terms, 20 seconds on this Fire Drake, no reason to give it. They get this bot lane, they need to go bot lane immediately afterwards. Nami with the BM. Let's see if they go for this Fire Drake that is quite literally free, and then they need to split push bot afterwards. Quite a strange redemption, I must say. That must have been a maybe he meant to place a ward or sweep or something. Cinder's top side, yeah, they just take this Fire Drake, they literally push bot. Now here's what's important, guys. They don't need to dive them bot, they just need to siege. They go bot, just siege. No dives.
Do you think Kled should be top here?
Again, I think he's just decided this game, I'm just gonna stick with the team at all times. I'm making sure there ain't nothing happening. I think he's hitting DPS this game.
Well, there is no Baron buff up, so these waves are very squishy. Then the Scatter of the Week comes through. A lot of damage. The Rocket Jump is forced away. The Redemption gonna heal. Now the Righteous Glory from the engage. Now in the backline. Keep an eye on the Kalis. And first up, I gonna push them off the backline. They are playing front to back right now. They are kiting backwards. Now Pit on the River's gonna fall. Dr. Dieter jumping forward. Now the Starter's gonna fall. Now Stopwatch is the next target. But a huge Scatter of the Week landed by Syndra. It's a close fight so far. The way round remount. And Gawain manages to take out Aurelius. You know, that is an ace. 2, 4, 5. And that is the game.
Now Azir and Kled carried the hell out of that fight. Kled and Azir popping off right there. I think Caitlyn got exhausted, and I think maybe exhausting someone else was a better choice that fight, but it's going to be the game. Well played to those two. Good job, Azir. He recovered very nicely from this game. Attaboy. Didn't tilt. Good job. Good steal. Good play right there.
2-0 by CoryInTheHouse, and that will mean the match.
That is the end of the series, huh?
Yep. It was a wild ride. It was a lot of fun. I cast for a Platinum League, and I mentioned that yesterday they had a Platinum game. These games looked so much better than the Platinum games. So kudos to both teams here. Kudos to both teams here, GGesports and CoryInTheHouse. You guys look good out there. A lot of mistakes made, but, you know, not as much as the Platinum League, apparently. So let's talk about the damage a little bit, and then we'll jump straight into Series MVP.
Can we check the items real quick?
Oh, sure.
I'd like to point out. That
Absolutely.
is a level 14 Skarner with a level 1 red trinket. That is no bueno. That is interesting. I don't know how he never upgraded that. I just thought I'd point that out. That's buddy, got to make sure you upgrade that. Kled though, let's check out those damage charts. See how
All
he
right,
does.
let's take a look at the numbers. Gonna open up the graphs. Total damage to champions.
Wow.
Woo! Aurelius Zeno, twice in a row. I kind of feel bad for the guy now, you know.
Yeah, Kled and Azir, they did both the most damage. I think Azir, those last 2 or 3 fights, he caught up in damage. Like I said, that guy was having a bad game. It all started with that Ocean Drake steal. It turned into good ults. It turned into a good fight for him. Great ults from him that game. And the end of those fights, he brought the damage out. Kled, I think, carried that mid game and early game fights. Did a good job doing all the damage there. Syndra, though, wow. I think the Ocean Drakes were actually the difference that game. They would have not survived, I think, if not for those Oceans. And those Mountain Drakes, Drakes actually carried them that game, I'd say. Drakes and that Kled and Nami getting that Baron. Good turn from them.
Absolutely ignorant. Our streamer take a quick click onto the graphs button, so it's a bit of a more visual take on the numbers. But anyway, it seems like it's a pretty recurring theme for Cory in the house to have very similar damage numbers across the board. What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
I think that they do a good job of focusing is what that means. It isn't just one player, like in this case Syndra, just focusing everybody, trying to do as much damage as possible. I think that the fact that they can focus down a target and kill them quickly before healing happens or any kind of shields or whatever, because they're killing them quick, so there isn't like this large damage happening. Syndra had that much damage because of the ocean sticking. She just kept harassing and kept poking and doing all this damage, but Nami would heal and the oceans would tick. So she had all this damage and it just didn't matter because they would heal, and these damage charts were a lot lower from them because they were just killing them quick. They weren't healing. They were just dying so quick and they had good focus.
Absolutely. Let's go take a look at the healing, actually. Healing done. Whew!
Nami,
19,000.
like I said, folks, the Ocean Drakes and that Nami, only reason I think they were able to stay in that one.
19,000
I wish
healing
there was a
done.
way we could look at the Ocean Drake ticks, but I guarantee you it's around that Nami.
Whew. Absolutely. Looking pretty fly with that
Ludicrous.
healing. All right, let's take a quick look at the damage taken charts. Gonna be taking a look at the tanks over here.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Cory in the house tanks pulling their weight.
Uh, yeah, they did a pretty good job, but back to like I said, Cinder doing all that damage. Volibear and Kled just obliterated. Even Azir took quite a bit of damage. Azir didn't take too much less than a Skarner. That again, that's just the oceans and the Nami heals. I think again, just carried the hell out of them there. The ocean drakes and the Nami. I'm gonna give I still think that Braum played pretty well. I think I'd still give him, if not maybe Kled. I'd say Kled, Braum, Azir, probably the best three out of those. Maybe you can decide who played the best.
All right, well, before we get on to the series MVP, let's take a quick look at the vision score. Pretty solid across the board. Supports, of course, carrying their team, but way more interesting. Control awards purchased. Now you got another 0.
Now that doesn't make sense. Again, you have all that gold, you have a huge lead, and you just don't want to spend 75 gold one time. Now that's some greed, folks. That's some greed.
0 control awards. 0 by
Greed,
Aurelia
greed, greed.
Zeno. I think that
14
might be
by
Aquatic
Braum.
Dark playing on his account.
Mm.
By that Poppy in the last game. 0 control awards. All right. Well, with the stats having been talked about, pretty standard stuff here. Let's go on to talk about the series MVP. 2 games, both won by, of course, Cory in the house. So it's really hard to give it, of course, to anyone on GG. So we'll kind of limit it to the 5 members of Cory in the house. So DeWay on the Kled, Law on the Volibear, Gawain on the Azir, Bluedit on Caitlyn, and Sushi on Nami. In the last games, they were DeWay on the GP, Law on the Trundle, or was it the Olaf?
I
I
think
believe
he
it
was
was.
the Trundle, right?
I'm
'Cause
not entirely sure, actually.
Yeah, Trundle's team won. Because Olaf. Wait,
Wait,
no, it was Olaf. It was Olaf. My
it
bad.
was Olaf. So Law on the Olaf,
Yes.
Gawain on the, I believe it was the. Man, it's so hard to forget game one. It's so hard to remember game one. Oh, Sushi just said that Law
It
was on Trundle.
it was Cass,
Yes,
right?
so Gawain on Cass, Blued It on Caitlyn, and
Caitlyn.
Sushi
And
on Morg.
yes.
So those are
Jeez.
our contenders for the series MVP.
Well, I'll give you my game MVP, and I'll give you my overall MVP.
All right,
I think this game too clearly the Kled. 0 deaths. I think
stellar performance.
he outdid himself on this one. I think game one. I think the Caitlyn on game one blued it. I think he played pretty well, and I think he did a pretty good job. The Azir did quite a bit of damage too. I think series MVP. I'm gonna give it to the Azir and Cass gameplay that he had. I think he did a great job just not tilting and focused on the game. That guy was so behind, and he stole that Ocean Drake. He made really good plays. He actually ended up doing more damage than Kled at the end of this game. I think, just did not really tilt. He actually caught up a decent amount in farm. Syndra though, at 355 or 335, quite a bit. But I think Azir just did a good job of and did a pretty good job on cast. Did some good turns. I think played pretty well. But I'd say game two goes to their top laner, DeWay, and Caitlyn, maybe game one.
All
I think
right, so series
they played pretty good.
MVP will go over to Gawain. I agree. Those were some big Emperor's Divides. Let's see if we can get him in here. I don't know if we can. It's going to be a little difficult. We're going to have to add him to the call. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to go and look at. No one is in the duo room right now. I don't know if we'll be able to do an interview with this setup. I think we'll have to. I'm not sure if we can do it. Ignorant, you can unmute your mic.
We don't have to be in this call. This is just a.
Oh, that's right. We could rejoin the
Mhm.
we could rejoin the casting room. But the thing is, he's not in there. He's not in that server at all.
I see.
So Ignorant, you can unmute yourself. What do you think? What are we gonna do here? Oh, Gawain is currently in the game day watch party. I'm gonna go into the casting room. I'll move. Why don't you go ahead and join that as well, Clayton? And I'll move you guys into the casting room.
Yep, I'll be there in just a sec.
All right, Ignorant's already here. I'll move Gawain into this room. Hello, Gawain. How you doing? Oh,
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Let's wait for Clayton to get here.
Okay. It was pretty exciting. Exciting game. Very nail biting at several points.
All right, here we go. All right, go. Clayton is here. Our streamer is here. I'll open up. Clayton, why don't you begin with a question?
This is the mid laner who played Cass and Azir.
That's correct. Yep.
How you doing
Series
tonight?
MVP.
Doing
Pretty good. They took my Ori both games. Well, we took the Ori from them, but they were gonna take it from me.
Now, I have to say, game two, quite a rough start. Would you agree?
Yeah. I did not expect a majority of my health bar suddenly disappearing from the ult. I actually could have cleansed. I thought about it for a second. Like during the stun, I'm just like, should I cleanse? Probably not. And then the ult came out and I melted, and that felt bad. But over the time with Azir, you just have to wait. And I waited a little bit. And during the team fights, I was able to get off some really good ults that either brought them in or brought them away during the last team fight, which is what Blue needed and what Sean needed, the top laner and the ADC, to really crush the team fights.
Well.
Yeah, everybody was working together those team fights. Like during the call on mid, that was absolutely ridiculous that everybody instantly just went in, and that felt really good. And that was not just like a single person on this team that was doing well. That was like everybody on the team all doing exactly what they needed to do. So everybody is the highlight player in my book.
You're exactly right. It's shown in the damage charts. Literally, no one was like the standout. Hey, I did a lot of damage. Everyone did a good amount of damage.
I gotta say, play of the game for you though was that little tap on the Ocean Drake, killing it at like 1
Yeah, it was my teammates died for it. They were pushing for tower to try and get pressure in order to take it, and then they got popped, and that felt bad. But I'm just like, nah, this is my Ocean Drake. So I just WQ auto'd and I took it. I was very surprised that I took it. The Skarner either didn't smite or something.
He did not have it. He did not have it.
He did not have it.
Okay. Well, I took the right bet then.
Well, I'm actually gonna let you know that probably changed the game a lot more than you think, because Syndra's damage charts were absolutely nutty that game.
Mhm.
And if you get a chance, take a look at how much healing your Nami did. Nami healing
19,000.
19,000, and
Holy
the
crap.
Ocean Drake, 2 Ocean Drakes ticking. I would say that
35,000 healing, maybe?
at least that made you guys survive the Syndra destruction from her.
Mhm.
She was tearing you guys apart, but I
Yeah.
think the Nami heals and that Locket coming out, Syndra just couldn't do anything. She got itemized, and the Ocean Drake RNG, never lucky for her.
Feels bad, never lucky.
All right,
Yeah, I like it. I also think that it was just like whether or not I don't think in the team fights Ocean Drake does heal you. Maybe I might be mistaken, but also
No. It's the poke under turrets. When you guys were trying to defend against
okay.
their siege, someone
Yeah.
would take some poke from her, come back, get some
Heal
healing
up.
from Nami, get some healing from Oceans. I was watching it. I'd see someone get to a third and go back to about 75, 80%. Just
Mhm.
matter of
I think a big
seconds.
factor of that is also not only that healing, it's just like lengthening the game. With Colette, Azir, Caitlyn, all you need to do is get a little past 30 minutes, and suddenly you're even, and probably a little ahead the further it gets, and which is what happened
Yeah.
during the team fights.
I don't know.
It just out damaged the later it
Have to
got.
compliment your mental state, because again, people who have those kinds of games at the start shut down, but not you. Doesn't seem like that's not who you are.
Nah.
You don't give up. You fight to the end.
I was
So,
mad though.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
Hell yeah, that's the good kind of mad. It was.
Oh
the
yeah,
good.
the Goku transformation kind of mad, you know.
Okay, that's what we like to hear. But
Some weeb talk.
All right,
Okay.
so final question before we wrap this up. It's 9 p.m. What was the comms like when you guys made a call?
How was that
I
first Baron fight? That Baron steal?
Yep.
Or the Baron turnaround? How was that?
It's mostly. I think we don't have a dedicated shot caller. I'm the one that does a lot of the talking. But if somebody has a good idea, there's no reason why they couldn't say it. So Law made a few calls there. Zushi made a few calls. Blue has to focus on literally out killing everybody in the game. And then the communication there is super important. And so, like for us, we just kind of have some things that we do before and after, during, and we kind of have like communication that we've already set up to make sure that we're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the series MVP for GGesports versus CoryInTheHouse. They managed a clean 2-0 against the 3rd seed.
All
Thanks
those
for coming,
haters.
Gawain. Doors on your right.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good one. All right, we'll wrap up the stream there. I think you can put on display the subscribers and everything like that. I'm your play-by-play caster, Drax here, and this is your color commentator, Clayton.
Hi guys, good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and sorry about that game 1, but glad we got our technical errors out of the way. I enjoyed casting with you, Drax here.
Yeah, it was a good time. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah! Yeah! What's up? Go! Listen up. Here we go. I'm the new kid, moving in, getting it done, and I'm officially the candidate for having some fun, you know?
You better calm down, Cory.
Yeah. I'm talking about an all-out party, and we're getting it started. Mr. President, you mind some electric guitar?
Washington, D.C. will never